Good day, yogis. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website at simhayoga.com for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my account is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code, if prompted for verification, is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. We can definitely work with that. Please share with your friends and let people know classes are happening so we can get a great community of people going. I stream the classes live on Facebook under my account, which is Simha Yoga with Stephen Chang. And then the videos are then saved into my video library in Facebook. The same videos are then uploaded to my YouTube account, which is, the channel is Simha Yoga Lab. So please visit either one of those platforms, and you can access those videos at any time, right? So if you're not streaming and working off of my schedule, that's perfectly fine. Let's make it convenient for you. Practice anytime. They're up for 24 hours. I actually save the videos on YouTube permanently. They're just going to sit there for your convenience. So whether you're West Coast or international, you can practice anytime. So I want to make it accessible for people who are watching and make it easier for you so that you don't always have to register and sign in and all that stuff. So today's class is basics. So if your hips or your lower back are tight, I recommend sitting on a block. If you don't have a block, you can sit on a blanket, a towel, or a book. Now, for those of you who are new to my practice, welcome. So if you're working with any kind of special injuries or limitations, right, please always check in to make sure that you're not overdoing anything. What we try to do is keep safety in our yoga practice. And so as we take one pose at a time, always check in and say, hey, is this feeling okay for me, right? If it's a little bit twingy or feel like it's a little bit out of your range, it's really important for you to pull back a little bit and not go to the fullest extremes. Now, because it's a basics class, I try to encourage proper alignment, right? But because if you're just starting out, you may not have perfect alignment that we would like. So for now, do the best you can. And as you continue to practice, it should get a little bit easier. The alignment cues are going to make more sense, and you should more naturally begin to kind of find the alignment without too much fidgeting or too much corrections, right? So practice is what makes the yoga practice. It's called the practice for a reason, right? So by repetition is better. By repetition, it makes your yoga practice a lot more aware, intelligent, and that you can really check in and know what you're doing every time you repeat your practice, right? All right, so let's sit up tall. Settling into your seat, let the palms face up, fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching, and the other fingers are extended. Rest your hands gently on top of your knees, elbows alongside the ribs. Take the chin to about neutral to the floor. Let the eyes close, lips touch. And start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And regulating your breath so that the oppositional energies become equalized. Let the inhales even out with the exhales. Three Oms together. Inhale. right from the heart. Pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs. Lifting the heart up toward the sky. Setting your intention for yoga practice. Devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification. Purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. I will call it and repeat the response with you. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Budrikaksham, Budrikaksham, Sabahya, Sabahya, Bihyandraha, Bihyandraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes and let the palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. Chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right side. And then the chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the left hand. Chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side. Roll it back. Opposite side. Roll it center. A few more rounds in that same direction. Draw the chin back to center and pause. And then take it in the opposite direction. And then back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and lift your spine. Coming off your blocks, extend the legs forward, separating the feet. Hands supporting to either side of you, and turn your toes toward each other, and roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling the ankles. Back to center, switch them around. And back to center again. Cross your shins, opposite shin on top. Raise the arms high, extend. Twist to the right on the exhale. Inhale back to center, arms up. Exhale, other side. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up, other side. Back to center. Legs forward, forward fold. Reaching forward to grab your feet, your ankles or your shins. I'll give you a side view here. Now keep in mind that anytime you take your forward fold, try not to round the spine and shrug your shoulders in order to grab, right? You want lengthiness. However you want to measure this out, you always want to start with lengthiness. Right? So once you have it, you can grab your feet, ankles, or your shins. Let's say I have the shins. Keep that lengthiness and then hinge at the hips to draw forward. Even if you hide like this, if you're not very flexible, you're going to feel the stretch to your lower back. And that is way more important to keep the integrity of that lengthiness as opposed to think, oh, I'm going deeper if I round my back, right? You are rounding the back. It may appear that you're going deeper, but you're really not. So you want to lengthen, keep the integrity of that, and lean forward through that straight spine. Now, alternatively, if that doesn't work, you can always bend your knees and flex your feet. So just make sure you engage your feet so your legs are supportive. Again, then you want to grab your shins. Re-lengthen your spine. So same concept. Lengthen through your spine, hinge forward at the hips, and taking it forward in this way. This lengthiness of the spine and the forward fold of the knees bent will be easier for your hamstrings and your lower back. You still will definitely feel for the lower back stretch, and that is important. All right, take it back up. Keep the left leg extended. Step the right foot down to the floor. Give yourself a fist distance. If that's still a little bit tight, you need to go a little bit wider, you can go a little bit wider. That's perfectly fine. Notice you're on the left leg and you're sitting on your left seat. You can actually come off the right seat, so the right seat can stay lifted slightly off the floor. You are supporting the right foot instead. All right? So, left hand to the floor. Flex your left foot strongly so the left leg is supportive. Raise your right arm up, square your shoulders, and start to lean forward here. Grab your foot, your ankles, or your shins. Square your torso. Now, if your right knee is falling out to the side, make sure that you keep drawing the right knee in toward the shoulder. So, if you're still having a difficult time, you can walk your right foot a little bit wider. Or, one last alternative is to turn the toes out. This will make it a lot easier for your hips to stay joined in towards center. Alright, so I'll keep my toes out this time for demonstration. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to reach forward with lengthiness of the spine, squareness of your shoulders. Right, so you don't have to come that far forward, just leaning forward to get into the hips as well as into the lower back for the stretch. Right, so come back forward, make sure you keep the knee in toward the shoulder. And take it back up to vertical, twisting. Right hand is behind you. Wrap the left arm around your right knee and twist. Now, if you're pretty tight here as well, and the arm around the knee and making contact between the elbow and the knee is difficult, you can take the hand instead. So by moving your hand here, you've essentially lengthened and given yourself more space to twist. Right, so that's always a very nice modification if wrapping the arm is difficult. Wrap the hand instead. Alright, take it back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist the other direction. Left hand to support. Press your right arm to your right knee for resistance. And you're rolling to the left side. Take it back to center. Left leg. Angles to the corner of the mat on the left side. Turn the right toes out this time. Now, you want to walk the right foot far back enough so that it's actually lined up with the seat. And you want a 90-degree angle between your left leg and your right foot. Now notice, remember, your left leg went from straight forward to angling off to the left side a little bit. So your foot is actually toward the mat on the left side, the left corner of the mat. So that means that when you turn the right toes out, the angle is different, right? So you're still trying to get 90 degrees, but it's not going to be straight off to the side, okay? So if your right heel is too close, you're going to feel very compressed, right? You don't want to feel too compressed, you want to feel stable. So walk the right foot a little bit wider, right? So once you set all that up, you should feel pretty grounded and pretty stable. Again, you're still basically sitting on the left side. Your right seat comes off the floor just a little bit. Alright, so we're going to twist again. Right hand behind you. Wrap the left arm around your right knee and twist. Take it back to center, counter twist. Take it back to center. We're going to fold over the left leg this time. Left hand to the floor, right arm is up, and reach forward to grab the foot, your ankles, or your shins. Keep grounding the right foot down. Take it back up. Keep the action of the left leg. Plant your left palm to the floor. You're going to flex your right foot and lift to the heel. and roll the right knee away from you. And gently with your right hand, press your right thigh away. So you're feeling for the stretch and openness of the inner right thigh, into the hip crease, into the groin. So gentle pushing, right? You don't want to overstretch. And release. Take the right heel, draw it back behind you, and land the inside of the right leg to the floor. So you're still trying to maintain a 90-degree angle here. Left hand to the floor, right arm is up, and let's fold forward again. Now progressively, every time you fold forward, you're going to feel like you can get a little bit deeper because you're beginning to warm up the muscles and getting some more range out of them. So you're grabbing the inside of the foot, re-lengthen, and fold. So again, it's not about how far you go and rounding the back, right? It's about keeping that lengthiness, neutral spine. Hinge at the hips to draw forward with the integrity of that lengthiness. So you're feeling for the stretch of the lower back. You're also feeling for the hamstrings here too, right? All right, begin to take it back, and let's twist to the right. To the best of your abilities, stay twisting and lean over to the left. Now, if you're not very mobile, you might be just hanging out in space a little bit. That is fine. Keep the right hand behind you for support. Now, if the right hand behind you is not very supportive, then take the left hand down and the right hand to the right leg. So I want you to feel for the side stretch. When you feel for the side stretch, the further out you go, the more side stretch you're going to feel, the more hamstring stretch you're going to feel. Now, perhaps, maybe, if you're taking here and you're side stretching, the left elbow can come down to the floor. If your left elbow can come down, that could be another point of balance, and then raise your right arm up and over the right ear. Right? If that doesn't work, it could be a hand and right arm over the right ear. So all those are nice alternatives. And start to make your way back up. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to your left just to give your lower back and your spine a little bit of a release. All right, take it back to center. Carry the right leg forward. Now this time we're going to angle the right leg over to the right side. So now you're about max width distance. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, keep that lengthiness again. Reach forward, grab your feet. Your ankles are your shins from the inside of the leg. So you're pressing out a little bit for resistance. Re-lengthen, refold. And you can grab the inside of the heels. Fantastic. Go ahead and take it. And pull into the heel to give yourself a little bit of resistance. Take it back up. Take the legs toward each other again. Keep the right leg extended. Step the left foot down. So again, you can have a fist distance or a little bit wider as you need it on the first side. The right leg, the right foot is flexed. The back of the right leg is planted down to the floor for support. And you're sitting on the right seat. The left seat is off the floor just a little bit. Okay? Right hand to the floor for support. Left arm up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, square the shoulders and reach forward to grab the foot, inside the foot. Re-lengthen, re-square, and then through the lengthiness of the spine, start to draw forward. If your knee is falling out to the side, make sure you keep actively drawing the left knee in toward the shoulder as you fold. If this is not wide enough, you can heel toe your foot a little bit wider, giving you more space. Right? It'll be easier for your hip joints. If that is still too tight, you can always turn the toes up. Right? So you have all those alternatives. Keep breathing in your forward fold. We'll take a few more breaths here. So I'll turn back forward again. Make sure that the left knee keeps drawing toward the shoulder. All right, take it back up. Keep the legs as they are. Left hand behind you. Wrap the right arm around your left knee to twist. If that is tight, you can take a hand to wrap around the knee instead, and so this extra length will give you more space to twist. Take it back to center, switch hands, right hand to floor, left elbow to inside the left knee or left tricep to inside the left knee, and twisting to the right. Take it back to center. So, right now, the right leg is shooting straight forward. I want you now to angle out the right leg off to the corner of the mat, so you're slightly off to the side with the right leg. Left foot. You might need to walk it forward a little bit and then turn the toes out. Now, if the foot is too far forward, then walk it back in space. So what you want to do is line up the seat, the left seat with the left heel, shooting out to the side. And you want roughly about 90 degrees here. You want the heel to be far enough forward so that when it's too close, it feels too compressed and you don't feel like you can balance. If it's too far away, your left seat is down, and we don't want that either. We want it slightly elevated. So you want the foot far enough away, right, so that you can still feel the foot supporting, but you don't feel too tight around the hips. Okay, so we're taking the forward fold again. Right hand to your floor, left arm up, reach forward to grab the foot, ankles or your shins, re-lengthen, and keep that lengthiness and fold. Keep the left heel grounding to the floor. Keep that support. Release, take it back up, twist to your left. Right, so it could be your arm, your elbow lined up with the knee and twist, or the hand to the knee and twist. Take it back to center, and again, counter twist. Take it back to center. Take the left foot, draw it back behind you. And again, maintaining roughly about 90 degrees here. Right hand to the floor for support. Flex your right foot. Left arm is up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it forward. You're squaring your torso to face up the right leg as you maintain the lengthiness of the spine, drawing forward. You're feeling for the lower back stretch, right? But you're also now feeling a lot of hamstring stretch. Inhale, take it back up, counter twist to your left. Right, so you are staying twisting here, and then starting to lean forward over the right leg. Now as you lean forward, right, if you're not very mobile, you're going to end up pretty high, right, and that is fine, right, but if you're feeling like you're not very supportive here, you have several options. You can always move your right hand, move your left hand, and then just work to side stretch here. Once you have that, you can raise your left arm overhead. Right? So that's how you can modify lack of mobility here, side stretching by taking the right hand down, left arm overhead. If you're taking the hand to the knee or the thigh, keep side bending. Left arm overhead. So using the right hand anchoring against your left thigh to give you resistance, right? And to give you support. Now, if you can go into side stretch deep enough that the right elbow can come down to the floor for support, here's another point of balance, and then taking it deeper there. Take it back up, keep the legs as they are. Twist to the right to release your lower back. Come back to center. I forgot something. Lift the left knee back up, step the left foot down. So we pivoted to the heel before, right? Right hand to the floor. Gently let the left knee, left thigh roll outwardly. And then press your left thigh very gently. You're not overdoing it. You're just creating more openness to your inner thighs, hip crease, and the groin by encouraging the left thigh to open away from you. Alright, now let's take it back to center. Extend the left leg forward. So now, both legs are to the corners of the mat. Alright, so let's take a different one this time. Soles of feet together. Let the feet be a little bit further forward. So creating a diamond shape. It doesn't have to be all the way in. You can grab the insides of the feet, or you can thread the arms underneath. And it's a very rounded back forward fold. So it's a very gentle, very easy, restorative, rounded back forward fold. Take it back up. Support with your hands again. Draw heels in. Separate your feet. Pivot to your heels. Okay, so you're flexing your feet. Windshield wiper, you move side to side. Alright, so the next time you draw the knees over to the left side, take the knees all the way to the left side. Draw the right heel slightly back. So you want to plant the outside of the left leg to the floor, inside the right leg to the floor. So it's roughly the letter S with your legs. Let's twist to your left. Back to center. Counter twist to the right. Back to center. Walk your hands to frame your left leg. Now keep the outer left leg, outer left hip pressing to the floor as you lean forward. So you should start to feel the outer left leg getting some stretch. And as you lean forward, you might start to feel for your lower back as well. Start to take it back up. Walk the right knee forward a little bit. Even up the heels. Support with your hands. Lift back up. Drop the knees over to the right side. Left heel comes back just a little bit. Walk your hands over to the right side. Keep vertical line, right? And twist to the right. Back center, counter twist to your left. Back to center. Face over your right leg, hands to either side of the right knee. Lengthen. Keep the lengthiness of the spine. Start to take it forward. So you're beginning to make contact to the inner right thigh with your belly. And as you progressively draw forward, you should start to feel the outer right leg, outer right hip, get the action of the lengthening. And then you might even start to feel for your lower back, also on the left side of the lower back. And just holding it for a few breaths. Take it back up, keep the legs, counter twist to your left. Back to center again. Draw the left knee back in, support with your hands, pivot back to your heels. This time, soles of feet together, draw the heels closer. Grabbing the ankles, Knees are wide, inhale, lengthen, exhale, take it forward. But this time, you're going to keep the spine straight. And then if you want to press your elbows straight in your thighs, that will give you even more hip opening and also more resistance, right? So you'll feel more stable. Keep the lengthiness of the spine and draw forward as far forward as you can with that lengthiness. Release, take it back up, knees together, swing the legs back behind you, come to your down dog and start to pedal out the legs, walk it out side to side. All right, take it back to stillness, your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward, ground the back heel down, take it up to warrior one, arms up high. Palms are facing each other, torso is vertical. Check the right foot, right toes pointing straight forward, which means the inside of the foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Line up the right knee over the right heel. Ground strongly through your big toe mound, which is right behind the big toe. So really ground it in. Press into the inner heel. Press into the outer foot on the back foot. And keep that leg fully extended. So now your legs are activated. Open up the arms, open up the hips for warrior two. You might feel that in warrior two, the outside of the foot even more, right? So going from warrior one to warrior two, you're going to feel that pressure even more. So you want that grounding. Same thing with the inner knee, with the inner foot. As you rotate into the warrior two, because now the weight is drawn back differently, you might feel the activation of the inner foot a lot more. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle pose. Tip the left hip back, reach your right hand forward. Take the right hand to top of the shin if you're less flexible, and you have this full range of length to work with for support. If you can take the right hand directly to the floor, go ahead and take it, left arm straight up. This is your triangle pose. Inhale, take it back up. Reverse triangle, right arm up and back to stretch. Bend the front knee, side angle. You can take the right arm to top the right knee or the right hand directly to the floor if you have it. Left arm up, side angle. Inhale, take it all the way back up, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, same pose. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, push up, chaturanga. Elbows alongside the ribs as you lower down, 4 to 6 inches away from the floor. Roll over your toes, stay on the tops of the feet, lift up for up dog into the back bend. Roll over your toes, down dog. Inhale, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, warrior one. Grounding the back heel down, taking the arms up high. So let's check the alignment again. Pointing the toes forward means the inside of the left foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Line up the left knee over the left heel. Ground into the big toe mound. Ground into the inner left heel. Then as you ground into the left foot, also feel for the outside of the right foot pressing down. Square the hips forward the best you can. Raise your arms up high. This is your warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. So the change in the torso position will give you more sensation now to press to the outside of the right foot. So really press in to the outside of the right foot. Then also, the weight transfer will make you feel that you're going to feel more action to the inside of the left foot now. So those are the counteractions that happen. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle pose. Tip the right hip back, reach your left hand forward. Left hand to top of shin, and you have this range of space for you to take your modification, or the left hand straight down, and then everyone right arm up for the triangle pose. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle, stretching out the left side. Bend the front knee side angle. If you want to modify, elbow to top left leg, or the left hand directly to the floor, right arm up. Inhale, take it back up. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga, push up. Inhale, float it up to an up dog. Exhale, roll it back to down dog. Alright, so press your hands to the floor. Take the feet and the inner thighs together. On the inhale, high up on your tiptoes as you shift your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, take the heels back and down. 3 times. Inhale, lift and shift forward. Exhale, heels back and down. Inhale, lift the heels, shift your tiptoes, shift your shoulders forward over your wrists. Exhale, take it back down. Now, walk your left foot forward about 1 footprint. Walk your right foot forward to match your left. Same thing here. Lift, shift forward. Exhale, reach back and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Let's do that one more. Step the right foot forward, 1 footprint. Match your left foot with your right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Bend the knees. Walk your feet forward toward your hands. Toward the front of the mat. Feet together, knees together. Bend knees. Lift the upper back. Come through a straighter spine for chair pose. Arms up high. Make sure your knees are lined up. And reach your fingertips. Your torso can be at a diagonal, but make sure you have a lengthy spine. Try not to round, but instead, if anything, you can take a back bend. When you take a back bend, you can lift the upper torso a little bit more, coming to a more vertical line. Inhale, lengthen legs. Lift up and lean it back for back bend. And then come back to a vertical line. Side bending, left arm straight up, right hand to the floor, toward the floor, side bend to the right. Keep the side bend, right hand behind you. Press your right hand to your lower back, draw the right shoulder toward the floor, right elbow toward the floor, and that might give you a deeper side bend. Stay in the side bend, reach your right hand to grab your left wrist, and with your right hand pulling against your left wrist, get lengthier through your left side. You're still dipping, right, through the right. Keep the side bend, bend your left elbow, right hand to your left elbow, pull here and get even deeper. Take it all the way back up, release, take the hands to the hips. Draw the elbows back, draw the shoulders back, press your thumbs to your lower back, and lean the hips forward as you start to look up for the back bend. Take it back up to vertical. Reach your hands out and up. Side bending, right arm reaching up, left hand reaching down, reaching opposite directions, and then side bending to the left. Keep the right hand reaching, left hand behind you with a half pine. Then let the left shoulder, left elbow draw downwards as you keep tipping to the left. Keep that side stretch. Release your left hand to grab the right wrist, and then pull against your right wrist. Get even longer through the right side. Then bend your right elbow, left hand to the right elbow, pull gently here to get even deeper. Take it back up, release, hands to the hips. Draw the elbows back, broaden your shoulders. Press your thumbs to your lower back, lift the heart up and lean the upper torso back for the back bend. Take it back up to vertical. Releasing your hands. Stepping on the left foot. Pick up the right knee. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left hip. Start to open up the knee to the right side. Keep the gaze at a fixed point to the floor to help you to balance. Staying here. Begin to release. Take the right knee back to center. Step the right foot down and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to center. Feet together, knees together. Stepping on the right foot. Pick up the left knee. Left hand to left knee, right hand to right hip. Now, I also like to activate my feet, right? My left foot. So flex your foot. Then open up the knee to the left side, gazes to the floor, slightly ahead of you. Keep the left hand encouraging the openness of the left hip, pulling slightly back in space. Release, take the left knee back to center, step the left foot back down, walk it out side to side. Alright, stepping on the left foot again, feet together, knees together, pick up the right knee, let's twist it. Left hand to the right leg, so outer right knee. Then, right hand to right hip, draw the right shoulder and point the right shoulder back. But keep looking forward. So the action of the twist can happen without you looking back. Once you have the deepest twist and you're feeling pretty stable, you can extend the right arm back in space. Let's just keep looking forward so we're all nice and stable here. Start to square back to center, step the right foot back down, and walk it out side to side. Alright, come back to stillness, center your feet. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Right hand to right hip. Sorry, right hand to the left knee, left hand to the left hip. Then, keeping the support of the right hand to your left knee, draw the left shoulder back to twist. Keep the gaze looking forward and to the floor ahead of you. Then once you're nice and steady and you have your deepest twist, then you can extend the left arm. Keep holding here. Begin to square back, step the left foot down, and walk it out side to side. Alright, tree pose. Come back, feet together, knees together, into Tadasana, right? So this is standing mountain pose, where you come back to a regular, basic standing position. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, tree pose. Open up the knee to right side. With your right hand, grab the ends of the right foot, the right ankle, and draw that foot to the inner left leg. So try to go above the knee joint if you can. If that's really tight for your hips and throwing off your balance, then take it below the knee joint. It should be significantly more accessible. Right? So wherever you are in this pose, press your right foot strongly in toward the left leg back into your right foot, gazes to the floor slightly ahead of you for balance. Then reach your arms out and up in a wide position. I like to also then take the arm mudra, thumb and index fingers touching, and holding it here. And begin to release, arms up, draw the right knee forward, step the right foot down, and walk it out side to side. Let's come back, switch sides. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Open up the knee to left side, grab for that left foot, take it to inner right leg. So above the knee joint or below the knee joint. Hands together in prayer, arms up and out in a wide position. Yeah, wherever you want it. Then refining the pose by drawing the left knee even wider, pressing the left foot to the inner right leg back into your left foot. Begin to break, arms up, left knee forward, step the left foot down, walk it out, side to side. Inhale, raise arms up high, slight back bend. Exhale, dive forward. Bend the knees, fingertips to floor, bend the knees, stepping the right foot back. Crescent moon, right knee comes down to the floor. Now for those of you with sensitive knees, you can always take padding. If you have a blanket or towel, take the padding to the knee. If you don't have any padding or towels, use your mat. Right side towards center will double up your mat. It's just easier to work this way. Alright, you don't need any additional support. Just work the hips moving forward to stretch into your right quads. Right, so you want the alignment of the left knee over the left heel. So you want a relatively vertical line here. This gives you really nice support. And then you want to keep the left heel pressing down. Right, so lunging forward, getting into the quads. Press your left heel down, press your hands to the top left thigh, and that helps you to draw the upper torso back. So this is the beginning of your back bend, the crescent moon beginning to take shape. Now the gaze is gently looking upwards, right? You're not looking straight up and crunching the back of the neck. The looking up and how far you look up is dictated by your back bend, coming from the mid and upper back. If you can take a deeper back bend from there, you will keep a neutral spine and naturally start to look up at an angle, right? So, neutral spine, back bend. And then once you're set, arms up, Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing up and reaching up and back. Start to release, half split, hands to the floor. Tuck the right toes behind you. Shifting your hips over your right knee. When I come back to a vertical line with your right thigh, then start to flex your left foot. So now you should beginning to feel the stretch of the left calf, left hamstrings. Hands supporting to either side. Re-lengthen your spine. Keep that neutral spine as you draw forward. And as you take it forward, you should feel the intense back of the left leg stretch. And you should feel some level to a lower back stretch as well, especially if you maintained the lengthiness of the spine, you should feel a nice stretch to your lower back. But mostly it is on the left hamstrings and the left calf. Start to release, step the left foot back down, walk your hands to frame your left foot, twisting. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Right hand stays down, left arm up to twist in a twisted lunge. Half moon, left hand forward. Tip the weight forward to balance in the left hand, left foot. So your left hand comes forward from your foot by about 1 foot and a little bit off to the left side. Keep the gaze looking down, raise your right arm up, reach your right heel back. So your torso, your right side is stacking over your left. Start to release, step the right foot back, warrior 2, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Stepping the left foot back, plank in a one breath. Exhale, chaturanga, push up. Inhale, fold and up to an up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Crescent moon, left knee comes down. So extra padding to your left knee with your blankets if you need, or double fold your mat, left side towards center. Then walk your right foot far enough forward so that you're lining up the right knee over the right heel, vertical line with the shin. Hands to top of the thighs. Lunge forward. Get into the stretch of the quads. Keep the right heel grounding down. Keep a vertical line. And then as you press your hands into your thighs, lean the upper torso back in space, beginning to work on the back bend, gently looking up. Once you're set with that, Venus Yoga. Start to release. Half split. Tuck the left toes under. Shifting your hips over your left knee. Flex your right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Keep that neutral spine as you take it forward into the forward fold. Half split. Start to break, step the right foot back down, frame your right foot with your hands, lift the left knee. Twisted lunge, left hand stays down, right arm up to twist. Warrior one, right hand comes down, left heel comes down. Take the arms up high. Warrior one. Actually, it should have been half moon. Right hand forward about a foot, look off to right side. Tip forward, half moon. Stack the left side of your right, left arm is reaching up, foot is flexed. Begin to break. Step the left foot all the way back. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Start to walk your feet forward toward your hands. Bend the knees. Take the seat down. Extend the legs forward. With your hands supporting to either side, slide the hands out. Keep supporting as you lower the back onto the floor. So using the hands to the floor will give you some support, carrying some of the weight of the upper back as you lower. All right, let's take bridge. Walk your bending at the knees, walk your heels in. With your fingertips, feel for the back of the heels. Your feet should be separated about hips width. Then ground the palms to the floor and then elbows. Lift the seat by pressing the heels down. Once you lift your seat, you can stay with your hands separated and palms flat, or you can interlace your hands underneath you. If that is the case, then you want to walk your shoulders in, shifting to one side, and walk the shoulders in on the other side, and just go side to side. So now you're in a bridge pose. Back of the head, your shoulders upper back, supporting, your heels supporting, your hands supporting. Bridge pose is a back bend. Alright, start to release your hands. Unfurl and lower all the way back down. Hug the left knee in, extend the right leg all the way out. Recline twisting. Left arm out to a T. Exhale, twist to the right. So you're going to roll over to the outer right leg, outer right hip. Alright, so the left knee does not touch knee to touch down. If you have the flexibility, then you can, but don't force it, right? Your left shoulder and your left shoulder blades should be flat to the floor. So your shoulder blades are acting as your feet right now, so they have to stay on the floor for support. Roll it back center. Switch legs, switch arms. So extend the left leg out, draw the right knee in, right arm out to a T, and then twist to your left. So again, right arm, right shoulder blades, stay flat to the floor for support. And then the right knee does not have to touch down to the floor. You can hover perfectly fine. You definitely want to roll into the spine by rolling to the other left leg and hip. Take it back to center, hugging both knees in. Take the body back into a left and right symmetry. And then step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward, keep the feet separated, toes turned out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up. And then let the floor fully support, let it all go. Shavasana, final relaxation. Beginning to reconnect to the breath. Start to move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. When you're ready, roll over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-leg position. Inhale from hands together in prayer from the heart, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I appreciate your time. Please visit again my website at simhayoga.com for the full streaming schedule, and as well as my payment information for Venmo and PayPal. My preferred way of payment is through Venmo, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. And the 4-digit ID code is 8096 if prompted for verification. Classes of $10, and if you're having a difficult time, $5 is fine. You can definitely work with that. And so again, my streaming is on Facebook, so those are on the schedule. And then the videos are saved in the archives, and I keep it on there for maybe a week or two. And then all those videos are then uploaded to YouTube. And my YouTube channel is Simha Yoga Lab. So there is a little bit of uploading time that is required, right, after I record the classes. So So a few hours later is after the classes is when I upload it and get it onto my YouTube, right? So if you're kind of really needing for the time, a specific time, you might have to stream or look at some of the archive videos, right? There's a big library of classes that are there. It's all labeled with all the different levels. But if you want to wait and maybe practice a little bit later, on my YouTube, by probably about 3 or 4 o'clock, the morning's classes are then uploaded. So you can always check that out. Okay, so thank you for your time. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe, be well, and I hope to